want to add, sorry, this is a between comparison. If you want to print any values which is between, so you have to use between and keywords in this case in the where clause. This is same. We can either use and or we can use conditions also if we want. If we don't want to use between, we can use conditions as it is shown over here. Then from clause, from means from which relation we are taking. In this case we are taking from two relations, so we can take print output from two relations by using from clause, in which we can enter two relation and we can put the condition where borrower loan number is equal to. We can relate two relations in that case in the where. And then there is a string operator. In string operator, we have to it is used usually to compare the values which is present in the string. So which is in which we have to use percentage for distinguish between any string in which you are comparing it.
Sorry. Yeah.
We use percentage in this. If we, like, how will I explain this? Then Perry percentage. Hello.
Yeah.
So in the case, if we want the characters to match the substring in the beginning, so we can add percentage at the end. If we want the character to match the string anywhere in between, so we can start. It should start with percentage and it should end with percentage. If you want to use any percentage or any slash in between, so you have to use a slash grid so that we can use also in the string for comparison. And like is the keyword in string operator.
Yeah.
Then means if you want to arrange the tuples in order, so we can, it's default arranged by in ascending order. But if you want to arrange descending order, we use DESC as the keyword to arrange it in a descending order. Order wise the keyword over here.
And for sending the keyword is ASC.
ASC, but it is default.
ASC.
Like if yes, then set operators. There are three set operators: union, intersect, and except. Union is used to print if you want to union all and intersect all and except all are used to print all which are duplicate values. Also, if we want to print, we have to use all keyword in that case. This is an example which we did, and then these are the functions: average, minimum, maximum, sum, and count. These are the select functions which we can use.
Okay, so that is our last slide. Very good, Krishna. Nicely done. Somebody is asking the revision of chapters, right, Shubham? Definitely, we will do the revision in your exam. As per the timetable, we can see exam is scheduled from something 29th, right? So it is coming from Tuesday. So today is a Friday. Then we have a lecture on Monday, right? So Monday, I am going to ask you some other tasks that we will do. Tuesday, we will go ahead with a practical session. And next Friday, that is 25th, that day I am going to revise all the first three chapters for your exam. So is it okay? So this is what I have planned. So don't worry about that. Definitely, I will revise all the chapters for you people. Okay. Okay, fine then. So we'll go ahead with whatever topic we were supposed to cover. So that was the last slide where we have studied, we have stopped at after completing the aggregate function questions, right? Here in aggregate function, always remember, use your aggregate function in select clause and with your whatever on what whichever column or attribute you are using that aggregate function, put that in a bracket after your aggregate function. Okay. Here count required for all the rows is mentioned, so I have used star. Right? If you were required to use a distinct keyword, say to it that the keyword should be before the name of the column or attribute name. It should not be outside the, or it should not be before the count. So remember that. Now next is a group by. Group by, some we have already studied a group by clause, like not exactly group by clause, but we have studied if we want to do something as a group in terms of, we have seen aggregate operation or operator, that is a G-like structure in relational algebra, right? There we have studied the concept of grouping things, right? Grouping things, like we have studied example of balance, finding the balance for all the branches together, sum of balance for all branch wise, right? So that was grouping branch wise. So same way by concept we can use here. So keywords we have to use here is group and by, group space by. Okay, so now here group by clause which we are going to use is, you can use before the where clause, or this you can use with together with where clause or having clause. But there is a difference for using this group by with where clause or having clause. So that is very important, because in exam they will directly not ask you about the group by clause, but they will ask you give example with the help of where or having clause for a group by clause, or compare where or having clause. So that is one of the important question you may get. That is the difference between where and having clause. During your viva also external may ask you that. So question is, suppose find the number of depositors for each branch. So here I require number of depositor. How I will get the count of number of depositors? As you can see here, suppose I am having here depositor. My schema is like this. Sorry, chapter 3 I opened it. Yeah, chapter 3 is here. Yeah, so here this is my schema. I have to find out as per my this presentation, I have to find out the number of depositors. So how I will get the number of depositors? See here, depositor relation, suppose I am considering. So I have here customer name and account number. Directly nowhere in my schema I am having the depositor count. So to find out the number of depositor, I have to find out the customer name, right? Whoever is a customer, they means depositor. Correct? So I have to consider the attribute customer name from depositor. And what else is asked? Find the number of depositor for each branch. So I have to consider the branch also over there. So I will again go back to the schema to check that I required the branch, but in depositor the branch name is not there. So I required some other relation where it will match with one of the common attribute. I can say account number, right? So here in account I am having account number which can match with this, and I am having here branch name, something like that. So I have to consider those two relation. Based on that my query will look like this: select branch name. Why? Because they have asked find the number of depositors for each branch. So I will select the find out the branch name present over there. Then I have to find out number of depositor. So I don't want the repeated customer name, because one customer may have 2 3 accounts. So I will say distinct customer name. Now for this customer name I have to find out the total count. So I have use the aggregate function which is known as a count. So clear, select whatever I have done. I require branch name because I have to depositor for each branch I have to find out. That is I want to group by branch name. So branch name, count is there because I want to find out total number of customer for that particular branch. Now as we see, just check in a schema, depositor will give me the customer name, but an account will help me to map with account number with other table, that is depositor, and from account I will get the branch name. So these two attributes I will get from two different tables where they both have common attribute, that is a account number. So I have used a where condition. Depositor table name dot attribute name account number equal to account table name dot attribute name account number. Wherever the account number is common, then list down the customer name and branch name. Clear? This will give me the simple result, that is a branch name and the customer name, count of customer name. But if I required For particular branch, count I want. So I have to use group by clause. So I will write after this group by branch name. Can you observe one thing here? In group by clause, whichever attribute name is coming, that attribute name is outside your aggregate function. The attribute name which present in group by clause is a part of outside your aggregate function. It should not be inside the aggregate function. Here I cannot write group by customer name. It is a part of your aggregate function. So that will never come in group by. Remember that. This one point you have to remember. In group by clause, you have to consider the attribute which is in select clause but outside the aggregate function. Okay, so this is clear. Now another thing you can observe here, I have used group by clause after writing my where condition, that is a predicate. So that is one important point, that in when you are using a where clause, then group by will come after. That is, first we are defining a condition and then we are forming the group. Okay, so that is given here. Okay, here this is given. Attributes in select clause outside the aggregate functions must appear in group by clause. That is what I told you. In select clause attribute, whichever is outside the aggregate function. From that, you can use one of the attribute for grouping. Okay, so this slide is clear, everyone. This is one of the important note you should keep in mind for when you are going to use give example, or when you are writing a query using a group by clause. Second, this is about the use of group by clause with where clause. Now I have to use suppose a group by with having clause. So now my question is, find the names of all branches where the average account balance is more than $1,1200. What is, which aggregate function I have to use? First tell me. Which aggregate function I have to use here?
AVG,
Yes, AVG, average. Which attribute? On which attribute?
our account
Account
balance.
balance.
Balance, right? From the table account. Okay, so that is my condition where balance greater than 1,200. This is my condition, and I have to find out names of all branches. Okay, so here my query will look like this. See here, I have written select branch name average balance. Same thing, because I require branch name and balance. So I have written that in my select clause. Here I am using only one table, that is account. Why I am using one table? I require branch name and balance. So we will check that. Branch name and balance present in one of the table, yes. You can see in account itself I am having both the attributes. So I am not going to use more than one table here. Within one table my condition gets satisfied. So I will use that account table. From table account, group by my branch name having average balance greater than 1200. Have you observed one difference here? Can anyone tell me the difference based on previous query, that is where using a group by with where clause and using having clause with group clause, or group by with having clause? Can anyone give me the difference?
Ma'am, here the group by is inside the select clause.
Not inside the select clause, okay, but
Ma'am,
still it,
so
yes,
this second one we can apply only on one relation, and the before one we can apply on two relations.
that depends on your query which is asked. It is not compulsory that if you are using having clause, then you need to have only one table. That depends on what attributes you are selecting. So that is not a different by whichever slide, I mean example I have taken, according to that it is okay that here I have used one table and in previous example two table, but that is not compulsory, or that is not a standard rule. The rule says here, in previous example, you can see where is my group by clause. After forming the condition or predicate. So first I have created the condition predicate and then I have formed the group based on that. In my having clause, what I have to do, first I have to group and then I have to apply my condition or predicate using the having clause. This is the main difference between these. So group by clause is used, or groups are formed in query using after predicate in when we are using a where clause. See, I have used a where clause and then I am creating groups. Whereas in having clause, first groups are created and then conditions are applied. Okay, so that is the main difference between group by where clause and having clause. See this, conditions or predicate in the having clause are applied after the formation of groups. Okay, after formation of groups we are applying the condition, whereas predicates in the where clause, or that is or condition in a where clause, are applied before forming the group. This is main difference if you want to use a group by clause with where or having clause. Okay, and this in exam they usually ask this question, not in final but at least during oral exam external may ask you this. Next is about the null value. Any particular column, if you're thinking whether the values are not there or whether it is null, so that you can check with the help of the keywords such as it is known as is null. So you can use the keyword is null to check whether the column values are null or not. Okay, so I have already covered the point related with null, how to use create a values in a table as a null using the keyword null. Instead of putting the value, you just put a null keyword, or when we are putting the null value, that is it, nothing but when the value is unknown and or a value does not exist. Right now, I don't know the value for a particular cell. I may add the value later on by using the update command for that particular cell. So that time I can specify that particular value as a null. Okay, so that also you can check with the help of find all loan number which appear in the loan relation with null values for amount. So I have to find out from the loan relation. In the loan relation, find all loan numbers. So in select, I have to find out loan number. From the relation, they have given loan with null values for amount. So attribute where condition amount is null. So this condition I can say with the help of is null. Just check whether the amount is null. Give me that particular loan number from the loan relation, so that you can find out. In aggregate function, that is 5 aggregate function which we have seen, sum, average, count, mean, max. From that count, consider the null values because it's required to count that particular row. Otherwise, other aggregate function just ignore it. Okay, so that is only I have added here. All aggregate operations except count, ignore the tuples with null values on the aggregated attribute. Okay. That was about all basic requirement to start with the SQL. Now going in detail for nested queries. First I will cover the theory part this, and then I will take a practice of the questions. Okay. So here we are having nested subqueries. SQL provides a mechanism for the nesting of subqueries. That is, subquery nested queries, or subqueries means what? A query within query, you can say. Okay, so you can have query inside another query. So whichever will be your inside query, that will be executed first. That result will be given to the outside query, and based on that result, your outside query will get executed. Okay, a subquery is select from where type. All the queries are of the same form, that is nested within another query. Okay, a common use of subqueries is to perform test for set membership or set comparison. So why I have added this slide here, because in exam they last time they asked this question, short note on subqueries or nested queries for marks. So something you required to write about that. Subquery is always, remember, query within query. It is always of the form of select from clause. While execution, the innermost query will get executed first, and then outside query part will be executed based on the result of the innermost query. Then the use of that you can write. And then finally you can explain with the example. So we'll go for example now. Find all customers who have both an account and a loan at the bank. Okay, so my question, this same query you can write without using the subquery. But if in exam specifically mention use subquery, and if you are writing with other way, you will get 0 mark for that. So you should know how to write the query using a nested query, right? So what I have to find out here? Find the customers. I want to find out the customers who have both an account, customer with account, and loan at the bank. So using both an account and a loan, right? So here with intersect operation also I can get the result, but they have asked me to find right with a nested query. So as per schema, I want to find out the customer name who have account, and I have to check those customer name present in the loan also, right? So that way the schema is here. Customer name with account, if I want to find out, then I require customer name and account number. So I require depositor relation, right? And similarly, customer name with loan. So here I require borrower relation with customer relation for both the cases, right? Because customer is my main primary key over here. So now based on this, my query will look like this. You can find out here. Select distinct, because I don't require repeated number, so I'm using this distinct keyword. Customer name I have to find out. From I said borrower first. Borrower means customer is having a loan, right? So from borrower relation, find out the customer name. All the customer name I am selecting, okay? Distinct customer name from borrower. Where this customer name which I received, whatever customer name I will have, all those customer name in this keyword is very important when you are working with a subquery. In, not in, unique, exist, all these keywords are important. Right now think about in. Okay, select customer name from depositor. So now first think about this part of it. Select customer name from depositor. That is my innermost query, right? Correct. So that is my inner query. So the first I will execute this query. Select the customer name from depositor. Depositor means customer having an account. Just now we saw in schema. In schema says depositor customer I am getting an account number, and borrower customer name and loan number. Means here I will get the list of the customer who have taken loan. Here I will get the list of the customer who have taken an who have an account in the branch, okay, or bank. So based on that, I am having here select customer name from depositor. So I got the result here. Suppose I am having result for this customer name is A, B, C, and so on up to I will say P. Up to P, I got the customer name who all have an account in my bank. Okay, so first condition satisfied. Now I have to check these customers are also from the who all have a loan. For that I have written the query. Select distinct customer name from borrower where customer name. So what I will check with this, I have the result of customer name who have a borrower. Borrower means loan. So from these I got from these two lines only. I got the result as A, B, and I say M. Okay, so right now these are the three customer names present in borrower relation. Means they have taken loan. From these three customer, I will check where customer name means this customer name in this. So I will check here. Suppose I am not having here. I am also having. I will take one more. I will take S. These people have taken loan. Okay, so I will map this result in this. So I am getting customer name A present in this result. Yes. Customer B present in this result. Yes. Customer M, C in up to P means M present, right? Somewhere here. So M is also there. Correct. S, but S is not present here. Up to P only I have taken. PQRS, S is not there. So this S is not having a account. Only loan account is there. So deposit account is not there. Account balance account is not there for that particular customer. So my result will be only A, B and M finally. Clear? With this query, everyone, anyone is having any doubt in this? With same thing I can do with the intersect. I can find out the customer name with from the borrower. I can find out customer name from depositor, and in between that I can use the intersect. I'll get my result. That is also another way. Same thing I can also write with relational algebra, and many other ways are there. But if nested query is asked, then you have to go with the nested query. Maybe your way is different, but nested query has to be there. Any doubt in this? Those who understood, try to solve the second question which is there on the screen. Those who are clear, give me the answer for second query.
Ma'am, will you repeat again?
Yeah. See here. I want to discard all this. See, okay, I'll just go ahead with this. What we have to ask, we have asked here, they have asked us find all customer. I want to find out the customer name who have both an account. Both word is used. Means they should customer should have account as well as customer should have a loan at that particular bank, right? So now here I from which relation I will get the customer name having a account. So for that I referred the schema. So if I will consider the depositor relation, I will get customer name and account number, means customer is having an account, right? If I will consider the borrower relation, I will get customer name who all have loan with loan number, right? So these two relations are required in this particular query, right? Sorry. So now as they have mentioned, use nested query. So what I will do, I will find out one result, that is customer name who all have account. I will find write one query where I will get customer name who all have loan. And then I will check the result of first this query present in this second query. Okay, so I'll map those two results. So for that, anyways, you can go do in reverse way also, that is also accepted. So first I have written query in this format. First thing, I will find out the result for this. Select customer name from depositor. This part is clear. So suppose when I am saying select customer name from depositor, for that just now I gave example. I got the customer name as A, B, up to I to P. Okay, this
So,
is just
hello,
for your
ma'am.
yes.
I have one doubt. Can we use not in?
Customer name not in,
Yes, like where customer name not in, then select customer.
but then your result will be in reverse way. You're
No,
talking
I have
about first question or second question?
second question
I
where you have
I'm
to.
talking about first question.
No, but I want to know, can we use this like
Yes,
not in?
yes, yes. In place of in, you can use not in. Okay, so you carry out with the second question. For first question, I'm just explaining those who require. So here, right now for these, I'm saying A to P are the customer name who have an what depositor means account in a bank. So I got the result for this. Now here I have written select distinct customer name because I don't want repeated customer name. So customer name from borrower. Borrower means I will get the list of the customer who have taken the loan, right? So with this, suppose I am getting result as customer A is there who has taken the loan, customer name. Customer B is there. Suppose I am saying customer F is there. and I'm saying customer S is there. These are the customer name who have taken loan. So with these two lines, I got this result. Now what I am doing, I'm checking these customer names which I got from here. Customer, where? Customer name from this result, okay? In, present in this particular result. So for this I have already my result ready. So I will check. Yes, A is present in this list. Yes, so A is coming in as my final result. B present here. Yeah, customer name B is there. F, yes, because this is a up to a P we have taken. S, no, S has not account in the bank. So I will say S will not come as my final result. So these are the customer names who have account as well as loan in a bank. Clear? So now same way, second question is find all customers who have a loan at bank but do not have an account at the bank. Loan is there, but they are not having account in the bank. So can you tell me based on this, loan account is there but not having account, what will be the result with this example? I
All
want
those who have
the
loan but are not having account in the bank.
not have, yes, not having account. So which based on this example value ABC which I have taken, which customer name will come as a result?
Borrower.
No. See, my question is, for this question I'm talking, they are asking customer name who have loan, but no account, do not have account, right? So I have given one example. This is my result who have taken a loan for this from this borrower, right? And this is my result who have an account, right? So based on this, I have mapped this and got the result. So from these values, can you tell me which customer name will come as a result who is having loan but not account? See, suppose I will take,
MS, MNS, MNS.
yeah, previous example it was M. So no, M, this if you are considering M, then M is present here somewhere, na? Up to P, M comes.
Can you draw the relation properly again?
Yeah, so see here in B borrower I am having A, customer B, customer F I have taken that, F and customer S. These are the four customer who have taken the loan, borrower. Okay, and A to P are the customer who have an account in my bank. Okay, from the depositor. Now, from this, my question is find the customer who have a loan at the bank but do not have an account.
S, S, it will be S.
S.
Only
Clear?
S.
Yeah. So that only I was asking because A has taken a loan as well as account, B has account, a loan as well as account, F has loan as well as account, but S is having only loan but no account. So for this question, if I am considering suppose same relation with same values, my result will be S. But for that, I do need to show some changes in the query, right? Here I have written in, present in. So instead of this, I have to use not in. Okay, so my query will remain same as it is, only the keyword I will use not in. The customer who are having loan but not account. Okay, so same result, same query, a relation with that, and I have used just a keyword not in, and my result will get satisfied. Okay, same nested queries we will also do during your practical exam, so don't worry about that. But these are the standard example, so you should understand how to write the query. Clear everyone? Now in and not in concept. Any doubt in in and not in? In means result, in that result, this result has to be present. And not in, it is not present in that. Okay, we'll move ahead. Find all customer who have both an account and a loan at the BOI. Both an account as well as loan at BOI branch. Now here I don't want to use in and not in concept. I want to use some other concept. For that purpose, the same question I have taken. And this branch name they have specified. Okay, so select the distinct customer name as they have asked find all customer. So select clause is having customer name from borrower and loan. Both account and loan they have asked. So I required here borrower and loan relation. Okay? Okay, 1 minute. Fine. Why I have taken these two relation? Can anyone tell me now? Why I have taken this borrower and loan relation? See, my question says find all customers who have both an account and a loan. So based on that, I will just show the schema aside. Okay, so the schema says I require, yes, anyone would like to answer? Yes, any problem? Who is this? Yeah. So now here I am having, for example, yeah, this is a question. Find all customers who have both an account and a loan at BOI branch, right? So I have to consider the customer. I have to consider a customer having account. I have to consider customer having loan at BOI branch. That is a branch. So now, as I told you, I have considered here two relation. That is a borrower and loan. Can anyone tell me why I have considered borrower and loan relation? I will show you schema for that. Yeah. Loan and borrower is visible? Yes. So now you tell me why I have considered these two relation, borrower and loan.
Ma'am, in borrower there is no branch name.
Borrower, there is no branch, right? Correct. The answer is very correct because in previous example they have not asked specific branch name. But here they have asked the specific branch name. So we have to consider the branch name also with customer name and account and loan number, right? So customer name we will get with depositor as well as borrower for having account and loan. But branch name, for branch name we require loan relation with loan number matching with borrower. Similarly, for account having at particular branch, again we require account relation with depositor where common attribute is account number. Clear? So to find out customer name who have loan at particular branch, I require loan and borrower relation. To find out customer name who have account in a particular branch, I require account and depositor relation. Correct? So based on this, I have written the query like this. I have written find out the customer name, distinct customer name from borrower and loan, where common attribute is loan number in borrower and loan. So that is my first condition where borrower dot loan number equal to loan dot loan number. Then only these two tables will get joined together. Okay, and I will get customer name as well as my other thing which I require. Now in where clause I have written one condition that is always required when you are using a two table, that is a joining common attribute. What will be the other condition? I have used something here and. What will be the other condition? Read the question properly and tell me what will be the other
Branch name
condition.
is equal to
Yes.
BOI.
So I have to consider the second condition that is related with the branch name. So I am saying and branch name equal to BOI. Done. This is my first part. Customer name from borrower loan means having a loan at particular branch. But I have to find out second way also, same way, that is customer having account. So same way you write the query. Now I have used this and this part actually I will explain later on. Before that, I am finding same way query you have to write the way I have written. Select branch name, customer name from depositor and account. Now here I have taken branch name and customer name. Okay. From my depositor and account, where mapping condition, which will be the mapping attribute here for depositor and account? Where, yeah, in where depositor dot what attribute? Like this.
Account number.
Yes. So I will write where depositor dot account number is equal to account dot account number. Okay. So with where clause I will get that condition to be satisfied. So based on this, sorry, this result from this select clause, that is my inner query, I will get the customer name with their branch. Whether here they are repeating because I have not used a distinct customer name with their branch name, who all have account in this particular in my bank. I have not specified here separate sorry a branch name because I am using that in a select clause. So with this I got the branch name and customer name. Now what I have previously, I have already written a query where I have got the customer name who have loan in BOI. Here only BOI branch. I have taken only BOI branch. Now with the help of this result, branch name having BOI, what I will check? Branch name and customer name. Branch name is what? BOI. Customer name is which I am getting in this result. Both are present in this result. Clear? The way I have explained you the query, first I will get the result for this. Okay, till here, till BOI. I will keep that result aside. I will find out the result for this second. I got the result, I keep that aside. Then I will compare. From these, I want only BOI branch. For loan, I have considered only BOI branch. So with that, whatever customer name I got, so customer name and branch name should be BOI. So that both should present in this relation. If it is matching, then give that as output as my customer name. Final, I want only customer name as a result. I don't want the BOI branch. That is only for mapping the condition. Okay, simple query. Looks like complicated, but when you will explain or you will understand it, it is really simple. Okay. So I have taken all these table, 4 different types of table, two to find out the customer name who are having a loan, two to find out the customer name who are having a account in a branch. From that I have mapped with the branch name should be BOI, and then those who customer name I have just checked present in both the relation. Okay, this is about the using with a two different types of table. If you require that way also you can do. Second one, same query can be written in simple way with the nested again, that you can do, but I have not mentioned yet. So anyways, one query you can write in many different ways, that depends upon you. Okay, now here I can also make reverse way. I can find out first the customer name who have account in BOI branch, and then I will map with the loan. Yes, it is okay because it is not specified any order. I just want the customer who are having account and loan in BOI branch. So that is up to you with the way you are writing, but final result will be same. Next, tuple variables. Now, have you observed here in this query, many places I required to repeat this table name, that is a borrower, here loan, then again here depositor, the table name which I require to tell. So every time I require, this is a small query where I require this table. When you are working with a big project, at that time this table name is repeating many places. So instead of using the complete table name, you can assign one variable for that table name in your query. Okay, so that is known as a tuple variable. Okay, tuple variable are defined in the form of clause via the use of as clause. So we are using the tuple variable in from. Why in from clause? Because our table name we used in from only, from borrower comma account. There only you have to specify from, suppose account as A, branch as B. So I am assigning some another name for my table name. Okay, so here suppose the question is find the customer names and their loan number for all customer having a loan at some branch. I'm just giving the query directly. My intention is to explain the tuple variable. So what I have written, from borrower as T. So now onwards, I will use borrower table name as T and loan as S. So in from, you are assigning some another variable for the table name. But you can see I have already used the T here in select clause, right? You can do that. In the same query, when you going to use from for particular table name, then you can assign that particular in select clause. So it is saying that select the customer name, then loan number from table borrower and amount from table loan, where I have specified those in my from clause. Where instead of writing the borrower table name, I will just write T dot loan number equal to S dot loan number. This is one way they have given using a T and S, but I suggest when you are giving the tuple variable name should be given with that particular name, so it is easy to understand. For example, if I will use this query with the tuple variable, I will use B instead of T. So I will come to know B means borrower. Instead of S, I will use capital L, loan. So that will make me helpful while writing the query to understand for which table I am using it. So here instead of this B dot loan number, I will come to know that it is borrower dot loan number. When I will say it is loan dot L dot loan number means loan dot loan number. So I'll suggest instead of using this different variable, try to use the first letter capital of that particular thing. If you are having two tables with the same name, then in that case you can use two variables for that particular table. Such as suppose I am having branch. So I can say BH. BH for the branch. So that way also you can specify. Whatever variable name you are specifying should be easy to understand you as a query programmer. Fine. So that is about it. Same way find the names of all branches. There is another query right now to understand the tuple variable. Other thing, this as keyword which we are using to assign the tuple variable is not compulsory. If I'm just writing from borrower T or capital B, then it is also understanding that we are assigning the variable for that table. You can see here, somewhere I have written that here. Instead of writing borrower as T, I can write borrower T. Last line. That is accepted. Standard notation is you why this as is written, because if you are just beginner you will not understand how this T is coming. As T means it is, by reading at least you will come to know, oh, second name for that. But this is correct. This is also correct. So usually we follow this practice. Borrower T, whatever, borrower B, loan L. This is about the tuple variable. When we have set comparison, here itself you can see some comparisons are given greater than and so on, right? So that is also possible here. Find all branches that have greater asset than some branch located in Brooklyn. So now here what is asked here? Find sorry, all branches that have greater assets than some branch located in Brooklyn. So now here I have to find out there are many branches in Brooklyn. So I have to check which branch is having greater asset than branches located in Brooklyn. So what I have written query, finding I'm assigning this branch as T, similarly branch as S, because branch is only I have to compare. I don't have other attribute for comparison. So I have to find out the branch with other branch. So for that purpose, this tuple variable is very helpful. Because if I am saying just from branch, I will not get a result how to map it. So when you are having only one table and you have to consider map with each other. So in that case, tuple variables are useful for assignment. Fine. So I have written from branch as T. Once consider branch as T. Second consider branch as S. Okay, some branch it is. S means some branch. Okay. So result is one. Find the T branch name. This branch name. Where T dot asset. Why I have taken T T dot branch name, because T dot branch name should have a greater asset. So I have taken that in where condition. T dot asset greater than S dot asset, and some branch located in Brooklyn. Okay, S dot branch. Some branch is my S. S dot branch city is equal to Brooklyn. Okay, so clear with this tuple variable why I have used here. Same query you can also write with the help of some keyword. Okay, greater than some. So the same query you can also write select branch name from branch where asset is greater than. Then second way, select asset from branch where branch city is Brooklyn. I will find out first this result, that is wherever the branch city is Brooklyn, find out the asset of that. Okay, and then compare that asset with the previous one, that is branch name where asset is greater than whatever is specified over there, some branch. So this is also possible, but most of the time students are not able to write this such queries, or they find it difficult. So for them, go with the tuple variable. This is also allowed. When they are asking in exam, write a subquery. They will never ask you about write using set comparison, write using tuple variable, nothing. They will simply just mention write the query using nested query. Otherwise, no. So you can follow any method, whichever is convenient to you, whether to use in, not in, like sum, or just comparison using less than, greater than, using with the help of tuple variable. Any way you can write if it is not clearly specified. Okay. This is about the set comparison. One example, that is again when the same question is previously it was like some branch located in Brooklyn. Here asset greater than all branches located in Brooklyn. So just changing the keyword all in place of greater than some. Nothing else. Same query, same format is there. Sorry. Next, empty relations. If relation is empty, for example, to check that, you can use exist and not exist. So if exist keyword you are using, exist construct or keyword or clause, it will return the value true if the argument subquery is non-empty. That is a result. Some result is there present in the subquery. Means exist. Something exists for subquery. Not exist if you are using returns true if argument subquery is empty. Means I am using suppose this query and here I am saying exist. So this exist means some value present for this result with this. So exist. And if I'm saying not exist, means here I'm not getting a single value. Not exist. It is empty. Result is empty. So that is exist and non-exist. Next is a unique constraint, or unique construct, or unique clause. Unique key is different and unique keyword is here different. That is a result which you are getting. Test whether a subquery has duplicate tuples in the result. To check whether the result should not have a duplicate value. So for that, you can see find all customers who have at most one account at the BOI1. This will be the last example we will take, unique and not unique. And then I think I'll stop because I want to discuss something related with assignment. So unique construct test whether a subquery has any duplicate or not. Okay, so for that you can use the unique keyword. When you are saying unique keyword, it will check where if any duplicate present in this result. If there is, then it will say duplicates are present and it will accordingly it will give the result. Only non removing the duplicate value. So select find all customer. We have to find out the customer name who have at most one account at the BOI branch. At most one account where customer has to have. I want list of those customer, right? So customer at most one mean one account only the customer should have. The customer should not have more than one, zero or one. So I can say find T dot customer name. T is my depositor relation. Depositor dot customer name, where depositor as T, where unique. With unique, what I will find out the customer having the account in a branch. For having checking the customer having account in particular branch, I require two relation. One is a one is account and second is a depositor, because these two relations will have a common attribute, that is account number. Account will give me the branch name and depositor will give me the customer name. Okay, so for here depositor I am referring as R, where T dot customer name means from here T dot customer name which I want equal to R dot customer name, means this depositor relation. R dot account number here equal to account dot account number, that is nothing but depositor dot account number is mapping with account dot account number. This is a mapping condition for these two table, this one. And this is a mapping condition to check the uniqueness with this table, and same table I am referring as with different name, and my branch name is BY. Okay, so just to find out whether the unique constraint from the particular relation, I am using the unique keyword. And the same question, if you are having find all customer who have at least two account, there was at most one account at the BOI. So here I require not unique construct because there is no required to have a uniqueness. So I will say where not unique, and whatever result you are getting everywhere, print everything, all customer name. Clear? So that is about the unique and non-unique. Slightly you must be finding this difficult, but still it is not that much difficult. Okay, so now this is about the part. Anything, any doubt in this? Till unique only.
Clear, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So now I want to tell you student, right now all faculties are, I don't know, but right now I should tell my part that we are busy in setting the question paper for the final year exam. You must be knowing that final year BE exams are planned now, and we have to set them for MCQs for them, and it is not like 20 questions, so we have to give only 20. We have to give for that purpose 150 and so many questions for that. So likewise, many places we are main for setting the paper and everything. So in that case, your Monday we are having our lecture at 12 o'clock, right? So that day I will not conduct the lecture because that day I am having the oral practical exam for the final year student. That is of batch 1920. for their project, final year project, right? So lecture will not be there. That means it is that you're free for all the work. I have prepared question for you people, that is your assignment questions, which you are going to solve during that lecture. So your assignment questions which I have prepared, I will just discuss those so that you will not face problem while solving your assignment. So as your assignments are part of your lab, so I have mapped those assignment with your lab outcome. So here you can see deadline. Okay. So now tomorrow is sorry, Monday you are going to solve your assignment. I will display it today itself. Or today is 18th. Monday is our lecture, that is 21st. 29th you have exam, right? So here I will keep the deadline as 28. Till the 28th you have to upload your this question assignment on classroom. Okay, so here you can see the questions. I will just discuss the question right now with all the class batches. Here you can see design, sorry, an ER diagram for car insurance company that has a set of customer, each of whom owns one or more cars. Each car has associated with it 0 to any number of recorded accidents. So here you require accident entity, you require customer as one of the entity, owns will be the relation, you can have participated as another relation where they have given the cardinality 0 to any number of accident. Somewhere in this ER diagram, you get ternary relationship. So you can go ahead with that. Same ER diagram you have to map with the schema, with all the schema rule. So here mention, describe or list the steps or rule for mapping ER to relational mapping. First describe all the rules which are there in a PPT for each and everything. And then use show your relational schema for your first result in question number 1. Then same question, whatever tables you are getting in schema, those tables you have to create using the create command, and wherever possible you have to use a primary key and foreign key. Okay, foreign key if it is not covered, I will let you know about that. Don't worry. But at least roughly you keep your answers ready for this third part. At least you can go ahead with your first and second part on Monday because this part we have finished completely. Then fourth part is about SQL queries. Such questions are asked in your final exam. I have copied from there only so that you will get practice on those. So here you can see the schema is given. This is schema. So such way you will write the schema for this question number 2 and then that diagram which I have showed you, right? So this schema you have to use to give the answer for these queries. Queries are simple. Only you require somewhere you require two tables like borrower and loan we are using. That's only. Otherwise queries are not difficult. Okay, that is one for batch A. Similarly, for batch B, you have to draw an ER diagram for university database where clearly they have mentioned 4 entities: student, department, class, and faculty. So don't take extra entity if it is given 4 only. Okay, and convert it to table. That is the same way you are doing here. Table. A student. So don't write this. Convert it into the table. This part I will remove from you, because that conversion part I have given in third question. A student has a unique ID, so attributes are given to you. Use those ID wherever possible. You can apply those. Faculty must belong to department and faculty can take multiple classes. So that is also given for cardinality. So question number 1 is ER diagram. Question 2 conversion of that. 3 create a database DDL and write a create table for all the schema which you are getting in question number 2. And finally one question related with, I have tried to take in that only. Education database somewhat related to your ER diagram and based on that query. Okay, so now a third batch C. We'll go ahead with the education database ER diagram. Using the schema is given, and this diagram we have done in class, right? You have to go in reverse way. Schema is given, so you have to draw an ER diagram, which I have taken, and I asked you to upload on Google Classroom. But none of the student has given me correct answer. Many places, some students added extra attributes or see here student, the attributes and everything is given. Only the one-to-many relationship you can add extra because that is redundant. Weak relation you can add extra because that is not coming in schema. Other than the things which are coming in schema, you should not add extra. On internet, many places they have given the ER diagram for education database, and many students have just copied that. That is totally wrong answer. Remember this. Go with whatever is given to you. Okay, it's simple. Try to understand. Then convert that as it schema is already given, you don't have to convert the ER to again schema. So for that purpose, for that I have given a different question to map this ER diagram into the schema. For these only directly you have to write the schema which is given. Okay. And third question again table you have to create, and fourth one is about the queries. This is fourth question. Let me see, this is fourth and this is first. So these are the three questions they have asked for you people. And then fourth one, it should come here, right? Something that I will do adjustment later on. Batch D, again for you people, one example I have taken, that is NCT National Cricket Trophy. This was recently asked in past exam. So that everything is given. Each team has a name, city, players belongs to only one team, and so on. Things are given, everything with the cardinality. So consider only those entities and those attributes only. Then ER diagram, and based on that you have to write the rules and then schema diagram. Schema, and we convert that into the table, and final question related with the SQL queries. They have till now they have not asked the SQL query based on NCT schema. So I have added a new question for you people. Okay, so these are questions. If you are doing this properly, all these questions for your practice, I have given batch wise separate. So it is like more questions you are getting for your practice. Finish those questions, then it is easy for you to cover 20. This is 10, then 20, 30, 40. Approximate 40 marks question I have added in this assignment, which usually come for your final exam, compulsory. Okay, so in Monday's lecture, you will prepare your ER diagram and the schema model for your whatever question is that. That is question number 1 and 2. Compulsorily you have to finish. Question number 3, you can try wherever you require a foreign key. That part I have not yet covered, so you can skip that. You can wait for that part. But wherever you require only normal table, just create it using a create table command. And question number 4, that is SQL queries. Those who can solve, those who can try for those, please go ahead. Don't wait, because queries are not difficult. And it is not like that one student will do only the suppose batch C student will solve only the one question of C batch question. No, you practice all 8 questions which I have uploaded. While submitting, you will submit only the question which are allotted to your batch. But Monday's lecture, I want everyone to be ready with 4 ER diagram and 4 relational model. So in next lecture, that is a Tuesday's lecture, I will cross check with all these answers. We'll finish this part. Okay, so at that time I can ask anyone to present your ER diagram which you have prepared. So all of you prepared it, take a photo of that, keep ready those photos of your diagram. So I can ask any student, present your diagram, and then finally we will cross check. Clear? Monday's lecture and about your attendance for Monday's lecture. So that I will, we are starting at 11 o'clock project. So maybe it will go ahead till 1. So 1:15, 1:30, 1:30 we are supposed to have our lecture, right? So 1:15 you all will join the Google Classroom. And that time I will take your attendance for Monday's lecture. Okay? Any doubt in this? So 8, I have already given you task, 4 ER diagram and 4 relational model. You will practice on the day of Monday, that is 12 to 1:30. Any doubt you can discuss with your friends and you can clear those doubts. Still doubt consists that we will solve in next lecture. But I want everyone to be ready. Any doubt? Shall I take attendance then?
Yes, ma'am.
We have to write this exercise sheet. Shivam, if you are having exercise sheets, very good. You can write your answers in exercise sheet. If you are not having exercise sheet, normal paper, foolscap paper or anything is allowed currently, because I know the situation is not good. And many people are not having the pages with them, exercise pages. So you can use other pages also. Other thing about writing, if you are having exercise pages, don't go for exercise pages initially. Draw your diagram roughly in any notebook, so that if there are changes, mistake, that we can find out in Tuesday's lecture. So don't make your copy fair. Okay, so keep those roughly ready, means ready with your DBMS notebook. And keep your pictures ready, so that Tuesday I will ask, okay, for example, Shubham present the first diagram, then it should be ready. Definitely, if it is not correct, don't worry, I will not eat you or do any punishment, but I want to know what is your mistake, and others will also come to know. Everyone. It is not that somebody is 100% good in the subject. But this is the way we can practice. Okay? Fine. I will take attendance now.